Starting off with Papa Meat going over everything that has happened with Bricks and Minifigs and Reckless Ben up to this point.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Coming and sitting down because today we're going to talk about something you probably already heard about, and that's the ongoing chaos between YouTuber Reckless Ben and Bricks and Minifigs, also known as BAM!
Quick disclaimer.
Everything we're talking about today is all things that we've seen that are public information from Reckless Ben's YouTube page, social media accounts, and from what Bricks and Minifigs has said online. This is just a recap, so that's the disclaimer. Is that good?
I needed a recap. It's been a while.
Simply trying to recover money seemingly stolen from an old, sick man has turned into a full-blown fucking nightmare, dude. Currently, a big corporation is alleged to be...
All right, I had the wrong button assigned. All right, let's get back to it.
To be abusing the legal system and working with corrupt police to silence Reckless Ben and others for uncovering the heinous acts of
Why would they do that?
Bricks and Minifigs franchise. Which, if you don't know Reckless Ben, we've seen some of his stuff before. He also did a video on the McCamey Manor as well, which I thought was sweet. He infiltrated it, but it seems like he goes into corrupt businesses and basically tries to uncover the truth or just expose them and like right the wrongs of stuff as well. Trying to use legal practices that a lot of these businesses use against the people that they harm.
I like to think of myself as kind of like the king of loopholes, you know, and so I kind of always want to go against like someone who's like the opposite. So I do like legal loopholes for good, but I want to go against someone that does like legal loopholes for bad. So this seems like the perfect battle, you know, like we're both just using like legal loopholes against each other to like get each other in trouble and stuff.
I love it.
I just
absolute cinema.
Crazy story.
We think more eyes should be on the story, so we're not only going to talk about it, but we're also going to speak to Ben later in this video and get some more insight on the situation. Not everyone knew what Bricks and Minifigs even was until the story broke out. Essentially, they're an absolutely massive company that specializes in buying, trading, and selling Lego products, which I think we might have touched on it briefly. We did a Lego collector video, and it's like just a retail space where people can go, and it's like an in-person retail store. Yeah. It's a franchisee thing, so each person buys the store, they open it, blah, blah, blah. You can sell your Legos there. From that video...
It's like a magic shop, like a Magic the Gathering shop, or like a Warhammer shop, or a board game shop. It's just for Legos.
Alone, you can tell just how massive the Lego collector market is and how much money goes through that market is absurd right now. It's got to be the highest it's ever been.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. In 2023, the business's massive success led to them opening around 150 individual stores, and by 2025, that number doubled. Even back during 2023, the business reported each individual...
For some reason, whenever the economy gets really bad, collectibles just are everywhere.
Individual store averaging nearly $580,000 in annual earnings, with more popular stores even breaking $1 million a year in sales. And lots of people have their own horror stories about Bricks and Minifigs, with some claiming that they're essentially the GameStop of Lego. Online, there are entire threads of people
Game Exchange, more like
childhood collections, easily worth hundreds of dollars to Bricks and Minifigures.
People don't talk about Game Exchange because GameStop is bigger, but Game Exchange is just as bad, if not worse. They're just lesser known.
To be offered about $50 at most at times. I think people don't realize how easy it is to just be like, put your shit on Facebook Marketplace. People will, you'd be surprised by how quick people will jump on things. If you can. Because I know some people are, you're just in a pinch. I have to have the money now, but I don't know.
Like your wife's kicking you out. It's you or the Legos.
Yeah, me or the Legos. All right, bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Tell you what, my Lego Ninjago set doesn't fucking...
Ninjago.
YouTubers like MGS Brick, for example, have documented bringing in rare Lego figures only to watch multiple stores downplay their worth, repeatedly telling them that a chrome gold C-3PO figure worth around $1,000 was obviously fake. We can touch more on what happens there later, but for now, let's look at where Ben comes into the story. The story begins with a man named Brian Mansell reaching out to Ben, given his content for his over-the-top documentary investigative styles, you know, to help him get into this company and help resolve the situation. How did you initially find out about these missing Legos? Was it just through the Facebook post, or was there like other people that were hitting you up about it? How did you find out about that?
No, this wasn't a big story at all. So I guess the YouTubers covered it, Collectors Weekly, and it only got like 1,000 views on it. And so at the end of my Lose for Valentine video, I was like, okay, if you have a problem and the police can't solve it, email me at this email. I made a whole email for it. We got a bunch of emails. And so we're just going through all these emails for like 26 hours. And we see this Lego video, and I'm not really into Legos at all. I don't really collect things or anything. But the thing that stood out to me was
I used to collect
we
stuff.
have the world's biggest Lego Star Wars collection. We gave it to a company and they're selling it without paying us. And I was like, well, that's...
It's funny because while I'm watching this, I'm playing Lego Star Wars in the background.
just black and white, like they just stole your
The
Lego,
complete saga.
Like, they're claiming that they didn't steal it. They have like some loopholes that they're trying to use,
Specifically, he asked for help retrieving $200,000 worth of rare Lego Star Wars sets he co-signed to Bricks and Minifigs franchise to alleviate the burden of selling them all himself. Important note! The $200,000 value was an estimate made after a brief initial look and not before a detailed evaluation was made.
My original assessment of about $200,000, it was before I'd actually gone through and had done an actual evaluation. I looked at it and went based on 3 different rooms with all the sets.
It's more accurately listed around $107,000, but still 6 figures worth of Legos, guys. Crazy. Brian's contract with the store stated that the sets still belonged to him, but revenue made from any sets that sold in store would be split between them. However, when that specific store was purchased by new owners, it's alleged that they completely failed to honor the contract and even started refusing to let Brian inspect the inventory. Unfortunately for them, there is security footage showing Brandon, one of the Salem store's new owners, making it abundantly clear that the consignment would be taken over by the new owners. It's fucking pathetic. The back and forth they're doing.
Pathetic.
Well, actually, we said this.
Maybe $11,000 to $15,000 total Star Wars, and that's all Star Wars inventory.
Even still,
no, actually, we said this.
All the photo evidence points to there being $20,000 worth of Lego in the of Star Wars.
How much
Lego
is
in
it?
the store
Huh?
that night.
Well, actually, we said this.
When Brian first came in, we identified anything that was on
Yeah, they
that
don't
list
even
that
know.
would have been his, and we set it aside. And it's still
Fucking
sitting there.
morons.
No, actually, we said this.
Dude, the shelves were empty.
Which also, even if this was all legit, could you not look more unprofessional? To not have your ducks in a row? Or just to stand by your policy and be like, this is what we said, this is what it was? Which, don't get me wrong, with these videos and
Bro, they should have been running like a vape shop or something. They shouldn't have run something that the internet could easily latch onto, like Lego.
stuff, people are calling, harassing, all kinds of horrible shit. I mean, I can sympathize with that, but at the same time, if you righted the wrong, I don't think any of this would have escalated to where it's
Yeah,
at.
it should have just
They're being
paid them.
greedy because they're like,
Oh, it's unbelievable.
They're trying to get through a legal loophole. Like, well, we changed ownership, so.
Well, man, it's 100% from what we can see so far. It just looks like it's a thing where it's like, well, you signed this consignment for the sale, and all your pieces are here, but there's new management, and I don't know where that's at. I don't know if these are yours. It's just like just being fucking scummy. Some of the video footage, man, that you see of this owner, like on the stoop of his house, talking to the cops, and he's like, "Hey, left the American Fork Police, you guys."
You know, if the internet sees it and they think it, you might as well just fork it over because the repercussions are way worse than just handing it over. They should have done that from the start. All of this could have been avoided.
He's Lou, I love you.
This cartoon's unhinged.
Him doing that is the cringe.
Matter.
Yeah, you guys rule. It's like, dude, fucking eat a fucking barrel, dude. My God. Brian confronted the store with a
Based.
contract in hand, only to be threatened with a legal battle so lengthy it would cost him more than the Legos were even worth. What's worse is that these sets were collected by him and his father over many years, and after Brian's father had a health scare, Brian mentioned being afraid to tell his father what had happened to their collection for fear of worsening his physical and mental well-being.
At this point, my father had a health episode. We can't bring any stress to him.
This kickstarts an insane series of stunts pulled off by Reckless Ben to confront the Bricks and Minifigs team. The series is still up on YouTube, I believe. You can still watch part of the video so far. He just can't add anything yet. It's fucking unbelievable the amount of incompetence it has from Bricks and Minifigs, and just like the amount of like, if you just would have paid back or just did good business practices, none of this would be happening. Or even just being like, okay, we fucked up, sorry.
I think they're old. They're old, and they're used to the old ways of before the internet was everywhere times. They thought they could operate like businesses from the 2010s, but everything's changed since COVID. It's like everybody was kind of already online, but COVID happened, and then everybody became terminally online.
It would have been fine. But now we are watching corporate suicide right now. Were you expecting it to be a lot more calm, or did you actually expect that hostility to be coming in when you went into the store? Did they already seem like fucking guns ready? You know what I mean?
Brian did warn me when I went in the first time. He's like, hey, when I went to ask for my Legos back, they trespassed from the store and started like screaming at me. So he's like, they're probably going to do the same thing to you. At this point, I didn't know if Brian was telling the truth or not yet, you know? So I was like, oh, I guess I'll just go and see for myself. But I came in prepared kind of knowing that I was like, okay, I'm going to be like extra nice to them because I know they might, I want to get them to talk because that's my goal is like hear their side of the story. So I went in, I'm just like, hey, I think my friend has some Legos in here. He was having trouble getting it back. Can we like work this out? And then she's like, I'm being harassed. Call the cops. And I'm like, well, I'm not really harassing. I'm just trying to hear like your guys' side of things. If they were paying him and he was lying to me, then they would have just told me at the store like, hey, we're actually paying him, you know? So that's why I went to the store first to hear their side of things.
Just give back.
Yeah, that was the moment they should have just gave it back. It just got so much worse from there. If they would have just done it right there, done the good deed, and actually helped him, they didn't even have to give it back right there. Just help him out, you know? Just see what he's after. Don't be dicks.
Back the sets.
What I'm saying is, even if it's not the money, at least give back what you have and just do what's right.
Well,
make
work
it even
with them at
Stevens with
all.
everybody. But they've dug so far down that now they're just. Which if all these videos, you can just see how fucking gross the owners are. It's just nasty, nasty fucking practices, nasty people. And then also you have the police officers who just aren't treating it seriously because I think there's still like a stigma with people that are like, oh, it's a YouTuber doing something. To where then they're like, oh, well, if it's just a YouTube thing, that's probably nothing, right? Or it's just, oh god, so this is just a troll thing, or this is just a joke, or whatever. Just a general lack of care for a very serious thing.
He's a YouTuber.
He has nothing to do with the story at all.
He's a YouTuber.
Okay. That makes things a little more clear. He has no association
He's a
with the
YouTuber.
story.
He's just trying to get content.
Okay.
The amount of times I heard him say stuff like, oh, this is a YouTube thing, and discrediting the case just because this is like a YouTube video or something. It's very interesting how that like it gives them a right, you know?
It's very out of touch.
Because there is so many just like annoying like
sure.
meta glasses people that probably the majority of like TikTokers and YouTubers that do the meta glasses, I'd say like probably a good 80 to 90% of them are just trying to, I'm going to piss you off as much as I can.
Yeah, rage
and the bigger
bait.
of a reaction you get, the more of a reaction you get, the more money I make, you know? I shouldn't be surprised by that because that is the majority of people, you know, but I would like to think that I'm a little,
maybe when you first hear about it, like, oh, it's a YouTube guy. Sure, you can go in with your preconceived ideas of what that is. But I feel like even dealing with the American Force or even dealing with Salem, I don't know, did you deal with much of Salem Police Department at all in the same way that you dealt with American Fork or no? Or is that more of a distant?
The Salem Police Department was, what was the Kaiser Police, technically, I guess, which is like 15 minutes north of Salem. But they sucked too, but they never arrested me, I guess. They always let us go. You know, like we would get in like our arguments and then I was like, here's the law book. And then they just kind of like ran away once I pulled the law book out. So they like wouldn't keep talking to me because I think they were maybe afraid of the law. I don't know.
Or they're just like, I don't want to fucking deal with this. Which it is a very unconventional way of approaching all this. But I would say that everything he's done is legal from what we've been shown.
Yeah, they don't know that.
These posts would go viral.
They don't know anything actually about the legal system other than how they can manipulate it,
causing tons of bad PR and even a public statement from BAM. In it, they downplay the situation and claim that they don't know the whereabouts of the unsold sets. They allege that all of Ben's work and the criticism online is just edited social media clips, and according to them, all Bricks and Minifigs want is fairness and support for the LEGO community. Fuck yourself.
Yeah, right.
Unreal. Also, it's so fun. That's like GameStop being like, we just want what's fair for gamers. It's like, why don't you go yourself, dude? Really?
Power to the gamers.
Can we just like undercut you and sell you more, and then by the way, when we get criticism, we're just gonna sue? Is that a cool thing? Can we just sue?
It seems that players actually don't like physical games. 80% of digital, or 80% of purchases are digital, even though like 80% of games are digital only. Biggest game of all time wasn't even getting a physical release. Like, come the fuck on. And that was before it was even announced that they were getting rid of physical. Anyway, that's a different topic, but similar. I hit the wrong button.
I think that's what we want to do, actually. Oh, God. Make me want to throw up. Someone would soon leak a BAM company-wide email directly to Ben, revealing the internal state of affairs. The email directly tells other franchises how to handle the negative reactions to Ben's documentary and all other related content, which they labeled as a coordinated negative PR attack. Dun dun. Legos. One of the strategies is a new mandate to actively solicit Google reviews with every single transaction. They reveal that they are getting the FBI, Oregon State Police, and the U.S. Postal Inspection Service involved. Their involvement alongside the temporary restraining orders is...
It's all of them versus all of us. The entire internet.
Cease and desist letters would be used to silence Ben and others' content. Ben was also sued for his website, WeStealFromOldPeople.com, which he uses to sell merch of their own company. By now, Bricks and Minifigs stores around the U.S. are receiving tons of bad PR because of this scandal. To combat this, BAM stated in their email that they would have reached out to Google, YouTube, Patreon, GoDaddy, and the Facebook to report Ben's content and anyone who's review bombing their businesses.
I haven't heard that
Patreon's own CEO made a video responding to this, essentially telling them to basically go f themselves and to sue Patreon if they want.
Bricks and Minifigs can stuff it. We're keeping Ben's page up. Bricks and Minifigs doesn't like that. they can sue us.
Right? Which good luck with that fucking legal battle. All employees were asked to pretend the scandal doesn't exist, and as a backup, were given pre-planned corporate scripts and a de-escalation playbook. The company appears to be in a full meltdown as they are demanding store managers turn off comments on all store social media accounts. As stated in its public statement, BAM says its ultimate goal is to regain the community's trust and protect its franchises. AKA, please don't bankrupt us. Please don't make us basically start a new business, which is inevitably what's going to happen. Do you think so far? Do you think they're going to be able to weather the storm?
I mean,
no,
as far as PR
they're done.
goes, I don't think so. I think no matter what, they're fucked. Even if they win the case against Ben,
the court of public opinion is decided.
Yeah, which is just like, well, these guys are pieces of shit. It's going to take years and years to regain the trust.
I could see them changing their name and trying to get out of that spotlight or something. Renaming their franchise or something. I bet you that's the route they take.
Or they might do a thing where it's like, someone bought us. And then, yeah, they rebrand it.
Yeah,
We're under new corporate management.
Yeah, but they won't say that someone bought us.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be all secret. They're going to delete all...
Yeah, they're going to start a new shell company, and then they're just going to have that company buy it that's run by somebody else, and they're just going to take positions in that company. It happens a lot.
The accounts, whatever, and they're just going to restate it, and you're going to look at it and be like, oh, these are all the same Bricks and Minifigs locations, is what I think is going to happen. It may seem like Bricks and Minifigure stores attract scummy workers and managers, but not all employees are like that, all right? Some are simply there for a paycheck and have to deal with the nonsense that comes with it. Testimony from Bricks and Minifigs employees makes it seem like a living hell. It is common for the work schedule to be brutal and random, and on top of ridiculous hours, you can expect minimum wage at best. Several employees also claim that there is no opportunity for raises or career advancement. Of course not, dude. You have some manager who owns the store, and they're going to be in the cycle of getting like high school employees to come through. It's that thing of just being like, God, you're lucky to be here. I mean, you get to play with Legos all day. Clean the bathroom. Clean the bathroom.
Is that what they told Joe when he was working as a Lego engineer?
My favorite Joe story. I wonder if we can get him to say it. My friend Joe. It almost seems fake. My friend Joe, who's now like a very well-known. He's a stand-up comedian, very funny guy. I love him. We were in animation together in school. When he graduated, he won a Lego making contest. That sounds fake. He won a Lego building competition to work for like a Lego store. Like he was basically a fucking Imagineer for Legos or something. Cool. I don't know, but yeah, I was just saying we should have Joe record. It would be really funny.
All right, so one time I'm building behind my giant plexiglass window, just some sort of rinky-dink Lego model, and a dad and his son come in decked out in St. Louis Blues jerseys because the Blues had just won the Stanley Cup like the day before. So they come in and they bang on the window and they go, St. Louis Blues! I
want a Stanley
and
Cup.
I'm giving them a thumbs up like, yeah, Stanley
Seems
Cup.
Pretty nice.
And I go back to what I'm doing, and then the dad bangs on the window again. He goes, hey, build the Stanley Cup! Build the Stanley Cup! And, I can't just drop everything I'm doing to build a 5-foot tall statue of a trophy or whatever. So I just kind of laugh him off and go back to what I'm doing. But he stands there for like several minutes with his son, and they keep banging. The kid's banging on the window. The dad's banging on the window. I think the window's going to break. Build the Stanley Cup! Build it now! And, really, that's what it was like working there at all times.
Yeah, I don't know. I from the perspective of a guy who just works at Lego, where there's no incentive of like reselling, I wonder what his perspective is on Lego fans. I'd be curious to see. The next big video Ben would release documents BAM actively thwarting his efforts to confront the store owner legally and taking their maliciousness to a whole new level. It's throughout this process that the American Fork Police Department starts to reveal themselves as straight up corrupt because the store owners and the CEO are part of the same Mormon church community. Brian alleges that some of the police are too, and that they're protecting their own. Us Mormons stick together.
Yeah, they're in a cult. They gotta stick together.
The religious undertones too, with like the cooperation of like even with the American Fork Police Department, how a lot of those guys even go to church together and they're all kind of in cahoots in some kind of way.
So first off, I'm going to give you a little piece of insider information. I think someone found this on a YouTube. I saw someone's YouTube on this. It only has like 500 views on it, so no one's seen this piece of information. But someone dug back in the newspaper and found that Ammon and Josh, they went on a Mormon mission trip together. So they're like BFFFFs, which is crazy because they claim that they're two completely separate people. Like Josh is like, oh, corporate is completely different. Like corporate's not, we can't control what they're doing. Like they make their own decisions when really you can see they're like literally best friends with each other. Like Josh and Ammon I don't even think they're allowed to shower separately. Like they have to be in the same room at all times when they're on their mission trip because they're not allowed to like jerk off in the shower or something, you know? So like they have to like shower with the door open and stuff. And so Josh and Ammon are like closer than any two human beings can be together, but they try to make it seem like they're like completely different.
Yeah, they're probably shoving Legos up each other's butts.
To have his case against Brandon and Josh approved, Ben first has to make a good faith effort to resolve the disagreement with all parties involved. When they try to approach Josh to make their good faith effort, police are already waiting for them and pull them over for supposedly not fully stopping at a stop sign, despite the body cam footage later proving this completely false. Body cam footage also reveals Josh calling the police to claim that Ben is stalking him rather than just trying to serve papers legally, and that he might be pushed to shoot someone over it.
Threat.
One of the dispatchers made a note here saying that you were gonna shoot someone.
I said if they try to break into my house.
Okay.
I'm just saying if they come inside, they'll have a surprise.
Okay.
Is that not a threat? And as for Brandon, Ben tried to speak with him at his home, only for Brandon to stand there in complete silence until the police made him leave under the threat of jail time.
That did not help them.
He didn't steal anything. He inherited the store from somebody else.
No, he stole $200,000 worth of... Because
they just kept making it worse.
Last 3 months in the case, and I won in court.
With his good faith efforts rejected, Ben's case against Brandon was officially accepted by the court. The police approached Ben and his friend once again, at night this time, to conduct a random 2-hour search of his car, under a random suspicion that they are carrying heroin. They found nothing, but still tried to pressure them into confessing they were under the influence, claiming that their eyes were suspiciously dilated.
Actually.
They weren't. Fork PD was later caught on a body cam claiming that they were going to scare Ben and his team a little before letting them go.
Like, imagine being intimidated into admitting that you're on drugs when you are not. That's just absolutely fucking insane to me, man. Especially when they know. They know what's happening.
Go.
Can't we just have
they
him
know
pick
what they're
his friend
doing.
up and probably tired of dealing with the police at this point? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's gonna scare him a little bit and let him go is all I really was gonna do. But
making it even harder to believe the heroin lie. Which, who believes the heroin lie? No one. Regardless, being unable to amicably settle with Josh over this got Ben's court case against him approved as well. And with an official process server alongside him, Ben placed a sign in Josh's neighborhood that read, "I stole a dying man's life savings," on a public piece of land to lure him out to be served his papers. As they waited, 3 separate police confrontations took place, ending with one officer trying to directly serve Josh the papers himself. He returns and says that Josh, quote, doesn't want them because he believes they're fake.
Have you two been to court before?
No, he can't. No, he's a YouTuber.
You've never been to court.
So what?
No.
So these papers that he printed up are
fake.
fake.
Yes, 1 billion, trillion, gazillion%.
Okay.
That YouTuber made you famous, bitch. Look at you. You're in a MeatCanyon video. They made cartoons about you.
He's a YouTuber.
That footage is crazy because it's like, you're getting served papers. No, they're fake. I won't accept them. If they're fake, then they're not going to do anything.
Can I peek at it?
What was that?
Can I peek at it?
It kind of puts me in a little bit
All
of
right,
a
never
bind.
mind. It's fake. There's no lawsuit anymore.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's also a thing, too, with, like, if you have a public server there who has no qualm with the case, who is not related to the case at all, should be able to go up, serve the papers, and, like, that's just it.
Yeah.
Right? That's serving someone.
Exactly.
But to have the police sit there and be like, well, they're fake. Well, how do you know? What about these makes it fake? You know what I mean? Well, what's about the police body cams? They can just turn it off, or they can silence their mics.
Yeah, that's crazy. They can just turn the mic off.
Well, why would you be able to do that?
I'm gonna have a discussion with this officer. Go on that.
Yeah, I think that should be illegal.
Right there. Perfect.
Shouldn't be able
right
to do
there,
that.
fine. Yep.
Unless there's just some reason I understand, editor, see if there's a reason that we legitimately just don't know about. But does that not sound corrupt? Okay, well, he thinks it's fake. Okay.
That's crazy.
Click back on. All right, we're just going to tell him to leave. A fourth set of officers confront them, this time directly calling the court to prove that the case is real. They are seen on body cam footage being told it is 100% legit.
Yeah, looks like a real small claims case in our court.
So they get fed up and just arrest Ben without reading him his rights. Ben gets out of jail desperately.
Do they have to read the rights? I don't think they actually have to read you the rights. And honestly, I don't think they should have to anyway, because you should know your rights whenever you're dealing with an officer and dealing with the law, by now at least. Because, we got the internet. We're all smart. Don't be a fucking retard. It ain't that hard.
Starts a GoFundMe for Brian and his family and advertises it with another insulting sign. Police stop by and are seen scrambling to think of what excuse to arrest him again, right? In the footage, they're just like, I don't know.
Is it disorderly conduct? Why? Did it raise the police to be summoned because it causes problems? Did he come out? Is he upset about it?
I guess, but that's not.
Look at your stalking code. See if it's that. If it's not, we're going to look at disorderly. If it's not disorderly, then
finding
we're going to
of reason.
They eventually try to seize one of
Cops
their
do
phones
that.
and immediately arrest Ben's friend Sheldon for, quote, trying to destroy evidence after he attempts to lock his phone, which is his legal right.
You're attempting to destroy.
Dude, it's so fucking disgusting. Like, I like cops, by the way. I don't hate cops. I like most of the body cam footage that I see. Cops are fucking awesome. But it's this kind of shit. It's just, it's it's kind of everywhere in the cracks and the crevices, and you don't notice it because all you see is the viral ones that's either the worst or the best.
Destroy evidence. That's a worse charge than what you're looking at. I was just locking my phone. Nope.
Yeah, I was just locking my phone.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Soon after, their home base in Utah gets raided on a warrant that included, quote, stolen Lego, which lines up with the piece of defamation Josh threatened to make about Ben if he decided to go through with a lawsuit.
You stole them, bitch.
I stole the Legos?
Yeah, you're
Oh, he admitted it.
Yeah.
He stole them.
Okay.
You can shut the fuck up. That's your fucking choice.
A future statement from the Fork Police Department claims host of the Airbnbs Ben and friends were staying at heard them talking about stolen Legos, which is just so funny. If I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh yeah, did you hear about those stolen Legos? That doesn't mean that there's stolen Legos here in my fucking house, dude. Like, you could talk about things and not, it's just so stupid. Every single one of them is thrown in the back of a cop car. And in this process, Ben's arm is yanked behind his back so hard that it dislocates his shoulder.
Fun.
That's cool. Fork Police Department, you rule! Fork Police Department would also claim that Ben must have faked his injury because the x-ray image he flashed on the screen in the video was of a left shoulder despite it being the right shoulder that was dislocated. It was very clear stock image Ben used to emphasize what the cop had done to his shoulder. It wasn't the actual fucking proof. Yeah, so I mean, come on, guys. That's not way to way x-way. It's like, no shit, dude.
Yeah, I didn't notice,
what is going through your
so
mind during all these altercations with the American
Out
Fork
of everything.
Police Department? And I mean, like, them fucking up your
Don't care.
shoulder. Did they even give you medical attention? I'm so curious
So
to
my
see.
shoulder's not that bad, just
Okay.
because it literally dislocates like probably once a month for the last like 9 years. Like it's like a very normal thing. Like it just pops out and within a second it pops back in. Like it's like I used to have to like manually do it, but now it's my shoulders are so loose now it just goes in very fast, which is why I try not to make like too big of a deal about that. I just really hurt my shoulder like right before. It was just bad timing, I guess.
Yeah.
But what I'm thinking during, I don't know. I'm just like in shock the whole time because I usually try to be like pretty like respectful to police officers. I grew up in like a pretty conservative place where it's like you respect the police officers, you know. So
Pardon my reach.
No, it's all good.
On.
Well, thank you guys. Thanks for being nice and cool.
Thank you for being cooperative.
if you show them respect, they'll show you respect. You know, that's kind of how I've always like lived my life with police. But yeah, this is so weird because I feel like I showed them lots of respect through the videos. You know, like I was pretty open about what we're doing and stuff, and then I showed them respect and they didn't show me respect back. So it was very interesting. But it is kind of sad to think that this is happening to other people that aren't filming,
with
you know,
evil,
and they're just getting screwed over for no reason, and it definitely sucks.
Ben was released on a $2,500 bail and dodged an entire month-long sentence. Unfortunately, Ben now had a court case coming up with charges that put him at risk for a 5-year jail sentence. He had no time to breathe. That's
insane. I didn't know it was that long.
Officers stopped by their place and claimed to have a warrant for Ben's arrest. This time, it was non-bailable, and it listed that he, quote, represented a credible threat to the physical safety of a protected person. What? I wonder who that was. Now that there were police officers all over the county after Ben, he eventually fled to Mexico to continue the case without fear of being arrested. He could very well not be there anymore, but is likely not disclosing any more info about his whereabouts, where he has before. Usually he says, I'm here, I'm there. Now I think he's probably just fucking laying low. As you can imagine, PR for Bam was getting even worse during this time. This is when Eamon agreed to go on small Lego channel streams to explain more of his side, during which he does something that Bam has done on more than one occasion, uses employees as a shield to gather sympathy for problems their company caused.
We legally can't direct franchisees
Disney does that shit,
who to
man.
hire, who not to hire. The
They think they're
franchisee will
Disney.
be held accountable, but we actually can't fire or, step over the line of that.
We're a Lego company. Why are you being so mean to us?
Isn't that what it feels like?
They're bad. I'm not bad.
I'm a 46-year-old man playing with Lego.
I'm 48. My wife has sex with other men. It's unfortunately true that people have become so infuriated hearing about how evil Bam is that they began harassing employees in review bombing locations that had nothing to do with the controversy, which is a shame. That doesn't mean that you should go into a store and like fucking actually physically hurt anybody or whatever. But if you're review bombing shit, I mean, it's fucking blame Eamon, dude. Blame your fucking head honcho. He's the reason that this is all happening, right? And Josh and the Fork Police Department.
A lot of people to blame.
Yeah, it's got a lot of things. There's a lot of things, a lot of targets you could throw up there. This
Mental
actually
illness.
hurts Ben's case, as Bam can now lump him in with the people that are doing these targeted attacks and harassment and label everyone as malicious. And it doesn't help that there have been both death threats and bomb threats made.
My name is I'm gonna f you in the way you've never seen. you're the next one on the line. We go down from Salem, Oregon, and we come down the list.
In fact, Ben alleges that Eamon called the police directly and claimed he planned on shooting up the store and burning the place down if the sets are not returned.
Insane.
Which, don't recall Ben saying that.
They sent people in saying they're going to murder our manager.
Yeah, that's
they
just
sent a lady
straight
in,
up
and the
a
lady's
lie.
like, oh, I'm going to murder you to Amanda, the
And they
manager.
believed it.
Obviously, these are all fake threats. I would never do something like that. The police think that these are real threats. So now the police from
Why?
Los Angeles, from Utah, they're all working together.
I mean, they didn't get any evidence for anything to arrest Reckless Ben on in the first place, so it makes sense that they would just make shit up.
Now to catch me.
As we mentioned earlier, one YouTuber, MGS Bricks, visited multiple locations with a large collection of minifigures, including a Chrome C3PO. Yeah, a Chrome C3PO. Put the value up on screen, which we all already know. Of the 4 stores he visited,
fuck.
2 offered 18% and 90% of his collection's value. The other 2 stores offered a measly 6% and 10%, meaning that on the low end, one store offered him $96 for his entire Lego collection.
Oh my god, that's insulting.
You know what's weird though is do you not
Oh man, I had a friend back in the day who had probably $10,000 plus worth of Magic the Gathering cards. He sold his whole collection for $100 so he could buy drugs. Sad. He totally got ripped off. He was looking for more, but they were like, no, this is what I'm giving you, or go home. And he was like, fuck, gotta have them drugs.
get a better reputation if you actually just kind of pay good 50%, 50% of what's
60.
worth.
60 feels
60
good.
over half.
Yeah. Well, you got to think. Yeah. Then they're only making 40%.
I'm only making 40%. Your Chrome. I mean, like it's a Chrome C3PO. I don't really know the. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I know the value of these things. But I'm like, if I sold that little motherfucker for a percentage, I'd be walking out of the store and I'd be like looking back at him and shit, just sitting on the counter. When he went to the final store, he sent his friend in to make the exchange since the store knew who he was. After the employees combed through the Lego and handed them back, MGS Bricks noticed that the rare 30th anniversary Chrome C3PO valued at around $800, damn, was missing. Both men checked the car and the collection again before heading back inside. As soon as they walked in, they saw the rare minifigs sitting on the employee.
These Legos, they're worth so much money.
His desk. And when they confronted him about it, the Bricks and Minifigures employee handed it back to them, saying he had somehow forgotten to return it. What a fucking snap. Oh, that's weird.
Whoopsie poopsie.
How did it end up in my purse?
Sorry about that. That's called stealing. No. I just took it for myself.
Yeah.
Right. What? Just as he handed it over, the Bricks and Minifigures employee made one more comment.
I didn't know about any of
Minifig
this.
Was actually a fake.
This is new info.
Yeah, it's actually not even good. So if you just want me to hold on to it, I can. Which made the situation even more suspicious. Obviously, the guy tried fucking stealing it. Come on, that's crazy. That's a crazy evolution as a human being, though, isn't it? I mean, like you're stealing Legos. Can you imagine as a child? Oh, your future self walks up to you and they're just like, we're going to be in Legos and we're going to steal from people. We're going to steal Legos from people. Really?
I mean, kid me would be like, yes.
Do you think so? I feel like they'd be like, why are you stealing it?
I stole Legos as a kid. So
you're
not that kind of Legos. Like, holy
like,
shit.
Perfect. Never change adult Nick. I won't, little Nick.
Is that
I'm
a
gonna
felony?
Be this way forever. After MGS Bricks made their video exposing their terrible trade-in service, he created a follow-up video revealing email.
Bro, imagine catching a felony for stealing a tiny little Lego man. That's fucking crazy.
From COO of BAM, Matt McNeff, and their responses have some parallels, going on and on about how the store owner of one of these locations is currently handling the passing of his grandfather, and how another employee is directly involved in preparing to undergo heart surgery. He also claims there have been death threats made by people calling the store due to MGS Bricks video. It's just
cool.
The sympathy bait is just, well, he's only going because his grandpa's real sick, so he should just let him be a piece of shit.
He's going through a lot right now.
Okay, he's getting heart surgery. He could be an asshole. And he can rob from you. Okay?
Yeah, I feel like they're too far
Money!
gone, but at one point, they could have just been
Money,
like, you know what?
guys!
We're sorry. Let's make this right. Even if they couldn't get the... Like, let's say, for example, they sold some of the set. You know what I mean?
Financially, get what was worth and give it to him.
Buy the sets back and be like...
That's
money!
$1,000,000,000%.
You don't understand.
If they did it now, you'd be like, well, you guys are just fucking... If they would have gotten called out and they're like, no, even later on in the rebuttal. No, we didn't do that. Yes, you did. Okay, fine. You caught us. Sorry. Wait, okay, here, just make it right. You could have been totally totally even Stevens on everything, but instead you're just being a fucking, I mean, just, yeah, you're being
Lost
greedy.
even
That
more
was another
money.
thing too, is even like how polite you were, at least how civil you were with going to corporate. It made me think about, was there any specific action that corporate took that you believe like unnecessarily escalated this situation as a whole? How corporate responded to things?
So first off, corporate is involved. Second off, I mean, if I was corporate and someone came up to corporate headquarters and be like, hey, I think you guys are holding some of our Legos. I think that was my exact word. I'm like, hey, I think you guys are holding some of our Legos. Can we work with you guys to get them back? His response to that was, no, like the Legos were never in our store, you know, basically just saying that, like just trying to lie to me. So if I was corporate, I would have been like, okay, let's pull out the inventory list. Let's see if we do have your Legos, you know, and that's what any other CEO would have done.
Yeah, anybody else.
Say like, hey, if this person's claiming to have Legos stolen by our company, then let's look at it. And I had the inventory list in my hand with me. So I would have said, hey, can you show me the inventory list then? I wouldn't have been like, oh no, get out of my store. I'm calling the cops, you know?
Yeah.
That's not what I would have done, I guess.
They could have totally had good PR too, in the sense you could be like, you know, I wasn't aware of this co-assignment, but I'm going to take the responsibility here, do what's right, and give you back your sets. At the very least.
Yeah. Well, they're just looking at it though, and they're looking at like the amount of money they're going to lose and all that kind of stuff. And they just, it's so stupid. It's a PR thing, but now I'm like, I feel like you're in so much worse.
Yeah, you're so much worse.
So,
yeah,
like,
most
you're gonna
definitely.
have to financially.
They fucked
You're
up.
financially so much more down. I bet.
Even if Ben loses, I feel like the damage, the reputation.
I'm telling you, they're going to have to rebrand. They will do a rebranding, and they won't tell anybody. It's gonna be they're going to shut down all the media accounts, and they're just going to reset. And the thing is like it will probably fucking work.
Oh, unfortunately.
Nah.
People were heavily anticipating the third installment
Somebody
of
will
the series,
find them.
and Ben was working on it nonstop to the point where it was starting to affect his health. This excitement would come to a sudden halt, however, and a short update video was released instead. Brian, Ben, and his team are now in the middle of a RICO lawsuit filed by BAM. Due to the nature of what's in the video, releasing it would result in him losing his $300,000 lawsuit, and the GoFundMe would be taken down as well. In the video, he withholds directly stating the company's name to avoid any kind of trouble.
The GoFundMe we made for Brian will go straight to this mystery company that I am no longer allowed to talk about.
Ben explains that there has
I wonder
yet to
what
be a
mystery
moment
company
for him
that
to share
was.
his side of the story with the court, despite having footage as evidence. He believes they don't want the video released because he
Legal
directly
system's
discusses
stupid,
the false
man.
bomb threats and murder threats they're claiming were made. Shortly after the video was uploaded, Ben's GoFundMe was briefly shut down for reasons he also claims he can't talk about, under fear of it landing him in jail. But thankfully, as of June 10th, the GoFundMe seems to have been brought back up. More information is coming out every day regarding this whole situation, including an important update from BAM on June 4th that states Brandon and Joshua made a mutual agreement to no longer work with the company. Ben has claimed in the past that his entire channel has been demonetized for a very long time, so he isn't able to hire expensive lawyer despite everyone begging him to do so. So, while watching and sharing his video is a great way to spread awareness, you can directly support him by checking out his Patreon and supporting his cause. And for a lot of the content that he makes, it is fucking really cool. And we just wanted to just need to bring more light to situations like this. You know, I mean, it's just a creator doing something fucking awesome, making extreme waves in terms of like getting something done
and
to
being
the point
very
where now
entertaining.
Stupid fucking like judicial systems are getting in the way and just kind of, I mean, halting somebody's progress for trying to right the wrongs of a thing that could have just been very easily solved. But instead, greed has taken over, and now you have a fucking Lego company threatening to put somebody in jail for 5 years for trying to like right the wrongs of trying to like help somebody get their collection back. I mean, and just like as a last thing too, I'm just
It's actually dystopian.
curious, like, do you remain optimistic that the Legos will be returned to Manziel, or do you think that, like, the reason I ask is because these
he's
people
gonna get
have
paid,
doubled,
though.
tripled, quadrupled down to such an extent that, as like a person that has consumed the content that you've put out, and as like someone that's following the channel, even I have lost optimism that these people are ever going to learn and like do this, or is it going to be something that he's going to have to recoup them in some other way?
I don't know. It is interesting. It reminds me a lot of the pizza thing from McCamey Manor, where it was like, oh, we got to get pizza with Russ. And everyone was telling us Russ will never get pizza with you. Like, people will die before he gets pizza with you, you know? And we finally got the clip at the end where he's like, I'm giving up, you know, like, here's the pizza thing or whatever. They keep saying they're willing to give the Legos back, but they've been saying that since like day one, I guess, of like, oh, we'll give it. And then when Brian's finally like, okay, like, let's do it, then they always pull something out where they're like, oh, we actually can't do it anymore. You know, like, you have to apologize to Amanda first, or you have to delete all these like negative comments, or you have to, and we always do the things they tell us to do, and they still don't give us the Legos. As of today,
What was with all of that? Why was any of that necessary? I still don't get it. I think pretty much the internet forgot about that part of the saga.
and saying, we just want to give him the Legos back. Brian won't accept them.
Our number one priority right now is to ensure that he gets made whole. And so we're working towards that, and we're hoping that he'll be able to come to the table.
Oh, yeah?
We're
How's that
excited
going?
To be able to make that happen.
Obviously, he will accept them. Ammon's not the one wanting to give them back. So it kind of comes down to, like, is Ammon willing to tank his whole company because of this? And it seems like maybe. I don't know.
That's the craziest part, is it feels like they would rather implode this company they've built versus, like, admitting that they're wrong. It's a level of delusion that just seems insane. I mean, like, even Russ had a moment of clarity where he was like,
welcome to the modern world. It's nothing but delusion.
okay, like, I get it, you know, but this is coming, you're talking with major news networks. This has become such a huge thing. It's crazy to die on this hill. It's just unbelievable. And that leads me, I guess, to, like, the final thing of how can we, like, is there any way to support you or Brian in this time of, like, I know that you have a Patreon and stuff that we wanted to plug and shout out and stuff, but is there any other way that we can help?
Yeah, probably just those two things. Yeah, Brian's GoFundMe's been going crazy. And obviously we passed the goal within, like, a few hours, but Brian is now being sued by...
Of course.
Christian Minifigs.
Of course. Why wouldn't we?
Not only did they steal
That's
from
still
him, now they're
happening?
trying to sue the person they stole from for literally no reason.
Yeah. Well, they got to squeeze as much as they possibly can out, you know. If they've dug this deep, they got to keep digging, it seems like. My God.
Yeah, and they're trying to get us for RICO charges, which lawyers are saying, we're obviously trying to get it dismissed. So if it gets dismissed, we might be good. But if it doesn't get dismissed, they're saying it could be like millions of dollars in lawyer fees, which is crazy. So then the GoFundMe would just be a small fraction of that. But the good news is it would take about 2 years. So I think within 2 years, we probably could raise that because we'll just keep making content about it.
Yeah.
So
I don't think they'll survive 2 years, honestly.
really too worried, but yeah, I think the GoFundMe and Patreon, like all of the money from Patreon and GoFundMe right now is just going towards like a legal trust is what we put it all in. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's
damn,
awesome.
it's not even going to
I hope
him.
that the situation can
sucks.
clear itself up soon. I appreciate you taking time. These are just some thoughts that we had in this crazy fucking roller coaster you're on, but I mean, you're doing a fucking crazy good thing, man. I mean, very selfless, and I mean, I know all your viewers appreciate it, so, and I appreciate it too, so thank you so much.
I appreciate the content.
That's sick. It's been a fun journey for sure. It's awesome. I just love doing going on like fun adventures and stuff like this. If you can help people out, then it's just fun for me, I guess. I don't know.
No, I think that's a perfectly reasonable answer. It's a sickening thing that's happening right now. You don't really know what to do, and all we can do is the only thing we have, Nick, is this channel to talk to people about it and to tell people to go support Ben's Patreon and help him fight this case. And also, hopefully, that whenever this is all said and done, we can hear some more of these stories that I know he desperately wants to say. Bricks and Minifigs, go fuck yourself. You guys suck. Right.
Awful,
also,
terrible.
I want to preface this
Hope
too.
you
It doesn't
crumble.
mean that any
Suffer,
of you should
bitch.
go and harass and do it like bomb threat. There should be nothing of harassing these locations because it will not help anybody. But it's important to realize that like there is a shark in the water and there's blood in the water and these motherfuckers are lurking around and stuff. You know what I mean? So just be mindful of that. Be sure to tell your friends to never shop at Bricks and Minifigs. I hope it fails. I hope it fails and that all the employees or it's their regular jobs, I hope they're able to find something quickly and that everyone at the top, I hope you never own a business again, you predatory sacks of shit. Is that fair to say?
That's fair to say.
Okay. Guys, until next time, we will see you in the next one. But like I said, be sure to check out Reckless Ben's channel. It's fucking insane. We did a very quick deep dive into this whole situation
Part
just so you
3,
guys understand
baby.
what we were trying to tell you. But the videos, you got to check them out. Our edit will not do it justice. You need to go watch the videos. It's fucking appalling. It'll get your blood boiling. And like I said, fuck you, Bricks and Minifigs. Fuck you, all of you who are involved in that. Almost said something bad. Can't say that, right? You can't say that.
Suck a barrel? Is that what he's trying to say? Suck a barrel?
It feels good saying it, though.
Oh my God!